Hello, loves. Here I am today at the Lilac Broom studio. Lilac here. I just came out of a class and got several hours ago. On my way here, I was thinking I want to start doing more readings about love to help guide people through love situations. And I was thinking about my old blog that I used to write. I wrote several, actually, but they always centered around love and how to get to a new place of personal development. Years and years ago, some friends of mine, we had a personal development group called Conceive, Believe, Achieve, and we talked about different concepts like this. So on the side, for myself personally, I wrote this blog primarily about love. So, fast forwarding to, over a decade later, right? Maybe 2 decades now. No, not 2. But about a decade later, and here I am with being more involved with Reiki and with Tarot. And it's still about the personal development, guys. It's still about personal development. And, I do my own work in terms of I do my own research and learning from different other sources outside of just my own intuition or meditation. So in case you didn't know that about me, I'm just putting that out there. Sometimes I listen to other tarot card readers, not sometimes, but often. And I don't know what their background is, so I think it helps to get a frame of understanding about what a person's background is, because you're basically letting them into your psyche and you're getting advice, right? So right now, if you're listening to this, you're letting me have some kind of say in your life experience. And I think that when you do that, you should have a level of trust in your provider, right? So I've got a couple of decks of cards out. I've got my Enchanted Map Oracle, just giving them a little shuffle, warming them up. And I want to start doing a series about just love. And it doesn't have to be romantic love. Some of us, we're all on different journeys of love, but everybody's on a journey that has to do with love. For some of us, it's going to be romantic. For some of us, it's going to be possibly friendship. For others, it will be the kind of love that drives you to do certain things for your career. And for others, it could be a journey of self-love and self-discovery. So you're going to have to apply it how it fits your particular situation. Now, there is a very important love relationship that is entirely likely to come out during the course of this process, and that is the twin flame journey. Just want to try and put my camera down just a tiny bit. I don't want to throw off my lighting. So the twin flame journey is likely to really come out, but thankfully the twin flame journey being prominent should help get us great messages for everybody. All right. So with that being said, let's talk about love, shall we? This first one will just be a general for everybody, and then I'll start breaking them down by signs of the zodiac as well. I don't have a lot of time in my studio today, guys. I'm having some car problems, so I might only be able to get this one particular video done, and then we'll just take it from there. Today is Saturday, April 16th. That's the date of this recording. And I feel that the messages that we're going to see today, yesterday was a full moon, so the messages we're going to see today are happening now. I know you're probably thinking, well, what good does that do to know what's happening now? I want to know what's happening in the future. Well, don't worry. I assure you, you will get a glimpse of what the future is going to hold. It will come up. It will be a part of the conversation, okay? The first message that I have coming out is about a dominant female and a disempowered masculine. Disempowered wasn't the first word I wanted to use. It was, I think emasculated was the word that came to my mind. All right, so if that sounds like a storyline that resonates with you, hold on to that thought. So if that storyline of the strong female and the emasculated male, which sounds very harsh, so maybe the overpowering female in a dynamic, perhaps, for some of you. That's an ongoing thing. It's happening now. It's not going away. It's going to continue for the rest of the month, so several weeks from now. It's not really working in the male's favor. We'll just say that. Okay, that's one storyline of love that is coming through. And in that scenario, you're a little bit codependent. So keep in mind too, energies don't have to be male or female. Another way of looking at this could just be that this is a strongly established couple, and the female is dominant, so that's the feminine energy, but it's showing up as the Queen of Pentacles. So that could also be a nod towards the fact that what's leading the way in this particular dynamic is actually money. So like, are you in the relationship for the right reasons? Now, if this was a relationship with yourself that you're here to study and learn about, because this is going to be an ongoing process. If you're tuning in or this message is going to resonate for you, we're going to be looking at this energy for a little while to come. I feel like people are being told through this reading, the cards that I've put out, to stop being guided by finances per se. It's not about holding on to what you have. There needs to be more risk here. And I think it's scary because people don't want to lose what they have. They don't really feel comfortable with taking big risks, but with regards to love, whether it's loving yourself or loving another person or letting them love you, it's going to involve risk. With regards to loving yourself, the risk could just be that loving yourself might mean setting boundaries, putting a line in the sand, as they say, and saying this far and no farther. This is where I'm comfortable, and I'm feeling like, okay, this is really coming through right now, is just that the Pentacles have been the deciding factor of how far you will go, and that is the line in the sand, and that needs to change. Limiting ourselves to what we think we can afford, or what risk we've been comfortable taking up until now, has to change going forward. And when I say has to change, I'm talking about in order for you to have this full experience of love, this has to change. And again, if you're going to challenge the language of has to, which why wouldn't you? Because has to implies that you don't have free will, and you do. You're free to choose the path of love or not. So understand, if you're choosing the path of pentacles, so to speak, that you might not be reaching fulfillment in love. But even more than this, even more than just your personal development, the universe, the energy on the planet now is going to continue to pressure you to get on that path of love. So if you're not feeling it, and you're not on it, and you're not, some adjustments need to be made. All right? They definitely need to be made. Let me take a look at the cards some more, see what other messages we're getting. As a tarot card reader, and I've been doing this a long time, I just want to bring to your attention that I'm doing this as an intuitive reading. some of the cards, I'm using them as a direct, like, this is what this card means, but in other cases, it's really just intuitive. The Six of Swords is really standing out for me. A card that has always identified, for me, someone helping another person get to another place, basically. And I'm hearing the word, it's about companionship. And that wasn't what I was planning on saying, but for some of you, it must be important. And I'm going to take a moment to acknowledge that, that sometimes companionship is an essential component to growth. And it may seem like it has no purpose, or it may at first appear that it's not as valuable, like as those pentacles, right? The pentacles, we know the value. The pentacles pay the bills. The pentacles cover the cost of living. The pentacles put the gas in the car. The pentacles allow us to travel and have things that we like. Food even. Very important. But this card, this one particular card, the Six of Swords, would suggest to me that there's something very important about the companionship aspect of a relationship, of a special relationship, of all relationships. That's going to be different for each one of you. For some of you, this companionship is a nod toward the fact that you need to join in. You need to participate. It's time to allow yourself to move your way into the group. This could be at work, this could be at school, this could be with clubs and organizations, teams. It's basically saying don't continue to sit on the sideline, or this energy that makes you feel disconnected and not connected to love is going to intensify over the course of this entire year. Like, I'm feeling 7, 8, 9 months. I feel like, and mark this down in your notebooks if you like, that by the time we reach the end of this calendar year, people are going to have very, very different ideas of what it is that makes them happy, what brings them joy, what makes them feel love and loved, and how they want to express those things. So when I say to you, if you're sitting on the sidelines and you're feeling compelled to participate more in a team, an organization, a community of some sort, apply it how it fits for you. It's time to start taking action towards it. And it's okay if it's slow action. Any step is a step. Maybe you're going to do some research. You're going to study about this group, or maybe you want to join a gym per se, and you're going to shop around for the one that you feel most comfortable going to. Maybe you'll go on tours. Maybe you'll consider joining some group or organization. This has a lot more to do with self-love when I'm talking about it in this way. Now, interestingly, the cards I put out, even though I did mention the strong female and the somewhat emasculated male, I don't feel a strong, twin flame, journey, soulmate, lovers, love in this message. So there are a lot of people, I think, for whom this message is going to be about the journey inward to ourselves. Oh, excuse me, I have the hiccups. To ourselves and to our greater sense of feeling love. Because, we do need to love ourselves first before we can truly love other people. And if you don't love yourself first, how are you going to know if they truly love you? You're going to be wondering, what do they love about me? What do they like about me? What do they feel about me? Which is all very normal to feel that way. And it's okay to ask people. I have become very versed at asking people to clarify how they feel about me. And it's not because I don't love myself. I definitely do. But I have been fooled in the past in certain situations where I know my weak spot. My weak spot is I see the good in all people. And because I always see the good, I can often make an assumption, and then I get a little ways down the line and I get burned in a situation, and I look back and I say, I didn't see that coming because, you know, when I look closer at it, what I discover is I didn't ask a lot of questions along the way. Instead, I made a lot of assumptions that I knew where a person stood or where an organization stood. So it's okay to ask questions and check in with yourself, but knowing that that's your responsibility is something that many of us need to awaken to. It is our own responsibility to make our relationships healthy. Take that as you will. So yeah, that Six of Swords tells me that there's an important, it's not even a partnership, because I don't feel anybody extending the hand and saying, come with me over here. There's just a bridge. And I have to assume that one person is on one side of the bridge and the organization, community, or love interest is on the other side of the bridge. Nobody is coming to help you cross, but there is a bridge. The bridge is the help. You have to identify the bridge, and then you have to decide if you're going to walk over it. Now, also in this card, the bridge is a suspension bridge over a very deep chasm from one place to another, most likely a place we've never been. Okay? So for some people, this is going to talk about the fear, possibly of intimacy, the fear of possibly a new relationship, the fear of something new and unknown. Okay, which I'm going to hypothesize is going to lead us to better loving ourselves, because anytime there's some risk involved, there's supposed to be a reward. Risk versus reward, it's a thing. Look it up. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles here is really indicating to me that we're just, I say we, because we're all in this together, guys. We're holding so tightly onto our pentacles, onto the thing that we're comfortable with already, the thing that we already know, the thing that we believe gives us security, safety, protection. Love is not really about security, protection, or safety. It is about expression and sharing and experiencing everything that life has to offer. All right, so I'm going to grab some oracle cards now, because I've seen what the tarot wants to show me, and some of the most significant components of this are, I feel like that Emperor, the emasculated male, if you will, I feel like that Emperor is the one who's really struggling. I think the Queen of Pentacles knows where she stands. And it could be, apply it to yourself. You could be the Queen of Pentacles and you're a man. You could be the reversed Emperor, but you're a woman. And I think how it looks on the outside, so that you can identify who you are in this scenario. The Queen of Pentacles is sure of themselves when they maybe shouldn't be. And the Emperor in reverse is questioning himself, although perhaps he has no reason to, because to the outside eye, an Emperor looks like they are completely stable and in control and not afraid and not worried and not falling apart at the seams. And reverse that, the Queen of Pentacles, she kind of looks the same way. But the funny thing is that this Emperor being in reverse, I feel like that's just in the exterior. Like, basically, this Emperor is falling apart on the inside. And that could be a male or female Emperor. And I think it's because they've hit a place where they know they need to cross this bridge. And they don't know what's on the other side. It could lead to ruin. You know, because there's a Five of Pentacles down here, and that is the card of, like, ruin and being out in the cold. Number 43, details. Number 36, commitment. Number 23, golden palace. Yeah, this is definitely, these messages are talking about deepening your spiritual connection, which could be with another person, but most likely is a spiritual connection for you yourself to have with the universe in general, with whatever it is you believe in, with whatever is your source. Wow. Number 49, the Talisman. What a unique card. Talking about finding something to deeply connect you in, you know, some people use an object to help with that. Other people use like meditation to help with the grounding in, or yoga. I'm really feeling a strong indication of like a kind of like a faith-based community. And honestly, it's kind of like a circle of witches that I'm seeing, but that's not going to apply to everybody. Everybody's faith is going to be differently sourced. Flying. I feel that for those of us who might be experiencing a connection to another actual physical person, the person might be at a distance, but we are feeling their energy, whether it's they're in a different room, they're in a different town, or just somewhere else in the world, or even on the other side. Maybe they've passed away, they've crossed over, and you're still feeling their energy. But this is about a shared energetic experience. And this talisman could also be nodding towards indicating, and here's what I'm seeing, is like when people hold on to like a cross necklace or any kind of significant jewelry that will have either a connection to their faith or a connection to maybe another person. Maybe it was like a ring that belonged to a family member. That's a talisman that does help connect you with this other person. I'm feeling for some of you, this is someone on the other side that's passed away. Number 50, the compass. There's a lot of soul searching, and I see this going past April. I know. I mean, the cards are showing me, yes, April, but then it's also showing me beyond that. You know, this compass is telling me this is the beginning of a navigation to other things. Yeah, into the unknown is the next card, number 7. So, like, where's that compass taking you? Into the unknown. Interesting. I'm going to stop there. Number 19, the Dragon's Lair, is the last card out. So, the Dragon's Lair, oh, that reminds me. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. One of my spirit guides is a dragon. So I feel like that Dragon's Lair was to remind me that I brought this spirit animal deck of cards with me. It's my son's deck. But I love this deck of cards. And I was feeling really really drawn to the animals for some reason. Really drawn. So, that being said, let's see what kind of spirit animal messages might be significant in our love journey. If you guys are interested in a private reading, I'm going to leave some information in the description box for how to reach me. My studio, I have not done a hard launch yet. Obviously, you can see behind me, it's all set up. I'm already taking clients, and that's for tarot card readings, that's for Reiki sessions, that's for learning Reiki yourself. I can also teach you tarot if that interests you. We can meet online or in person, so if you're at a distance, that's not a problem. I even have an option for that one burning question in case you are not ready to commit to a full reading. But during a full reading, we will look closely at the things that motivate the people and situations surrounding you, your energy field, your specific situation, okay? So, I'm just going to cut this deck. I want to see a couple of animals that come up. The turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race, number 62. The ant spirit, time to collaborate, that's the number 1. The dolphin spirit, this and that are true, number 20. I'm going to do one more. The hawk spirit, let spirit be your guide, number 32. So that's interesting. we've got 2 aquatic animals, 1 insect, and 1 bird. Now, I don't know why that drew my attention, but also there's a guidebook that talks more in depthly about these animals, shall we? So the turtle, slow and steady wins the race is what the turtle is saying. And I've already said from this reading, the energy we're dealing with is going to continue on during the course of this year. So for some of you, you may be questioning if you're on the right path. Path of love, path of anything that has to do, that opens your heart. If you're questioning it, then that means that this turtle spirit might be speaking to you. Turtle spirit arrives to remind you that when you do what you need to do, putting one foot in front of the other and trusting that you'll see your intentions manifest in perfect timing, your prosperity and love will grow exponentially. So there's that concept of love growing. So the idea behind the turtle spirit is that as you do your one step at a time, slowly, if it needs to be slowly, your love is growing. So keep going with that. Now is not the time to rush around trying to force matters. Move slowly, perhaps even so slowly that it almost feels as if you're not moving at all. Told ya. This may be a time to crawl before walking, taking your time to align to the turtle spirit's place as you contemplate this road you're on, doing what you need to do in this small moment that will soon pass. Turtle spirit reminds you that sometimes the best action is to slow right down. So if it feels as if you're not doing enough, know that simply being aware of what is happening right now may be an important step toward determining whether you need to pivot or simply keep putting one foot in front of the other. True love and true success comes with patience, says the turtle spirit. Focus on the now and the next step will appear. I love that card showed up just to re-emphasize a point that was already made here. For some people, true love and true success come with patience, and that you don't know where you're going, but you're just trusting the process, okay? Let's check out the ant spirit, number 1. For some of us, we're going to be in the ant spirit energy, which says time to collaborate. When ant spirit comes to visit, it's to celebrate the benefits of working in a partnership with others as part of a community or tribe. Well, another very familiar message I think we already just heard. Spirit reminds you that to build your dream, you need to work with others, accept help, and trust in your most important partnerships, the one you have with Spirit. Your intentions will come to fruition if you remain awake and focused on co-creating your reality with others and with Spirit. Remember that the world around you can easily seduce you if you don't have some sort of practice or discipline like meditation to keep you on track as you build the life you desire. Connecting with others and having accountability partners can be very helpful, as it's unlikely that everyone will fall asleep at the same time. So true. The other message Ant Spirit holds is that you're now at an auspicious time to ask for help and receive it, whether you need help assembling a team, finding a new tribe, or requesting assistance from others who are there for you. Everything is working to support you right now. I love that the ant showed up to emphasize the point about community, about possibly faith-based communities, teams, working together to succeed. I love that. Dolphin Spirit, number 20. Some people are going to need to hear the energy of the Dolphin Spirit. It says this and that are true. I have a feeling this is going to resonate for me. Just my sharing personally. Dolphin Spirit, like her earthly manifestation, is a reminder of duality. Oh yeah, there it is. As a dolphin is both mammal and sea creature, so too is the dolphin spirit, both this and that. Two truths coexist. The story you tell, and another as well. Damn, this is deep, man. The duality of life is present when we are suffering, for there is a blessing, too, in the helpers that appear. Okay, yeah, this is for me. Within clouds are silver linings. When we later reflect on what happened, we can see that a situation was both this and that, and a choice led to both joy and sorrow. No relationship is either all good or all bad, and people have qualities of both light and shadow. Thank you, Dolphin Spirit, for saying it. Focus on the positive, for light exists alongside the darkness. Dolphin Spirit calls for you to come up from below and enjoy a weightless moment in the sun as you dive in and out of this and then that, accepting and even enjoying the duality of life. Why not join Dolphin Spirit in acknowledging and affirming the blessings present in this moment? In all areas of your life, there are aspects of both this and that. Today, you can celebrate this fact and recognize the complexity and the beauty of the fabric of the universe. You are at a place right now where your past self is still present as you move toward the new self you are becoming. Aspects of both selves are present. So even if you want to say goodbye to what was, you are required to find solace in this between time. Today is not a day to choose one over another either, but rather to accept things as they are, without judgment or resistance. Even in matters of the heart, duality is present. Your next action will be obvious when you drop your bias and see things as a whole. I'm going to need to digest that message for the probably rest of the weekend. One more, guys. Hawk Spirit, number 32. This one is going to be for some of us. Let Spirit be your guide. All right, Hawk Spirit. Flying high above the landscape, the hawk sees both the big picture and the small details. He observes the rain and the pond as well as the cloud, and doesn't miss anything. When Hawk Spirit arrives, you are called to pay close attention to messages from Spirit that can appear anywhere in any form. Listen to your intuition and keep your eyes open for synchronicities, the meaningful coincidences. Hawk Spirit asks you not to dismiss the signs that Spirit is sending to guide you. Lately, have you been hearing the same word or song, or coming across the same symbol here, there, and in the strangest places? Perhaps you hear a song on the radio with just the right lyric pertaining to your query, or you begin to notice uncanny billboards, license plates, or other places where repetitive numbers or words show up for you to notice. Pay attention to the animals that appear for you and connect with your symbol and connect with their symbolism. Spirit wants to communicate and reaches out again and again. When Hawk Spirit appears, it's a sign to listen. I'm going to let you guys digest all that information as I am going to do, and I can't wait to do the next love reading because this was a lot of fun, and personally I got a lot out of it, and I hope you did too. If you have questions and want a personal reading, let's do it. Like I said, it's a good time for it. It's a full moon. The information will be in the description box below. And as always, I greatly appreciate you coming to listen to my videos, and I hope that it helped very much. Namaste.